Hey guys, what's happening? This is Forgo Nation, and I thought I'd let you guys know what are the must-buy uniforms, and maybe the so-so uniforms that you should buy, especially on Black Friday since we got this awesome sale going on, this 50% discount. And before I get into this, guys, there may be some, well, first of all, because of the new striker change, I mean, if you have Scarlet and you have Anti-Venom, which by the way are two must-buys, pretty much any character that you have can get it done in World Boss. The only exception to that is against Thanos. So always keep that in mind. I mean, seriously, guys, there's some you can do some wacky stuff now, even with low tier characters with bad uniforms. But I'll try to, do the best I can to let you guys know which ones are good, great, blah, 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 and maybe what they're good for. And we're just going to run through them right down the line. We're going to start with Quicksilver here. We're going to go to the uniforms, and we're just going to skip along. Now, if you already have his Marvel Legacy uni, I would skip it, guys. I wouldn't buy it. I mean, this uniform makes him better, but it's not like it's going to make him super OP. So I don't think it's a must-buy, but if you don't have the Marvel Legacy uni, then you should queue up the new one. Thanos, this is an absolute must-buy. For PvP, not so much for PvE, but again, now that we have the striker change, I think he's going to be doing a whole lot better. Something we might have to test. Jean Grey, this is an absolute must-buy. Even at Tier 2 with this uniform, she can put in work in PvP. She's an amazing character, guys, especially with that damn uniform. Lady Deadpool, here's what I honestly don't know yet, guys. I haven't even played with Lady Deadpool. I did buy the uniform, but I haven't tested this at all. So from what I understand, if you have the X-Force uniform, then maybe you should go ahead and skip the Lady Deadpool uniform. But if you just have his base kit, maybe you should go ahead and buy the Lady Deadpool uniform. But I don't know. I haven't played with it at all. Namor, I think this is an absolute must-buy because you're gonna be able to do your ABX on Combat Villain Day. Plus, you'll have an amazing character for the Combat Hero Day. Take this uniform off. I mean, Namor is freaking insane, guys. Like, seriously. Then we got Cyclops. For Blast Villain Day, this is definitely a must-buy uniform. For World Boss, he can put in some work, guys. And again, seriously, because of this striker change, it's really skewed, like, how much damage these characters can do. So I think this is definitely a good uniform to buy, and I definitely think it's worth buying. I don't know if it's a must-buy for ABX players. Absolutely. Magneto, pass. Captain America, you definitely want the in-game uniform, guys. In-game. The other ones I would definitely pass on. Sharon Rogers, absolute must-buy in my opinion. This freaking uniform is amazing. She is bonko. Iron Man, I think his in-game uniform is a must-buy. And when I say must-buy, guys, I just think when I say must-buy, I just say these uniforms are just amazing for these characters. Like, seriously. They put them over the top. Luna, if you already have her Andromeda suit, I would say, you could probably skip the new uniform. Although this thing does make her quite a bit stronger than the Andromeda suit. So, yeah. Then you got Captain Marvel. I definitely think you should buy this uniform. Absolutely. And maybe buy the other uniform because you'll get the synergy. This one here. Then you have Thor. The in-game uni by far is the best. And maybe even buy this uniform here so you can get that Thor card from the legendary battle. So that's something to think about. Scarlet. And again, as a striker, guys, whether you have this uniform here or the Elizabeth Olsen lookalike, they are both must-buys, especially if you're going to use them as strikers. She's going to be in there controlling the fight the whole time, except for the last couple phases against Thanos. So, yeah, she's definitely a must-buy, in my opinion. Either way you go, if you already have the Elizabeth Olsen, I would not buy this uniform. But if you do, if you just have the classic look and you're thinking about which uniform to buy, go ahead and buy the Uncanny Avenger one. Unless you just like the Elizabeth Olsen look. Doom don't have a uniform. Pass. Cable, I think this is an absolute must-buy. You could skip it. Honestly, if you have the X-Force uni, I know some people are going to disagree with this, but if you have the X-Force uni, I mean, the new uniform jumps him up about 5 stages, guys. I think, honestly, maybe in some other stages, maybe 6, 7 stages, which is pretty substantial. So, it's definitely worth buying this uniform. But is it a must-buy? Yeah. And then you got Strife, and we don't care. Wolverine, I would skip all his uniforms, guys. I mean, if you got him in Tier 3, this is a good uniform to have. Or the best uniform. Doctor Strange, this is definitely the best uniform to have for him. Maybe cue that up for him. Colossus, this is an absolute. Phoenix 5 is an absolute must-buy. This thing for PvP and PvE is freaking amazing. Skip on. Oh, don't pass up on him now. If you have Sabretooth, this thing is a must-buy, guys. This uniform makes him freaking an absolute monster. Skip along here, skip along. Okay, this is the break my heart one. If you have the Marvel Now uniform, I would not buy the Phoenix 5 uniform. If you just have her base kit, you could buy it, guys. I mean, again, because of the Striker thing, I mean, she's going to be doing a whole lot better now than what she could do before. So, I mean, this is definitely the best uniform, but by a tiny margin compared to this uniform. So it's kind of up in the air whether you want to buy it or not, especially since she's a Crystal Wall character. Okay, skip along. Pass. I'd pass that uniform. This is a must-buy. This makes Psylocke absolutely amazing. But truth be told, guys, even her base kit, and again, with the Striker situation, I know I bring it up a lot, guys, but seriously, it's really, I mean, it's going to make characters do a whole lot more damage. That's just the truth of it. And with her base kit, guys, she's still going to do absolutely amazing. So do you really need this uniform? Probably not. Is it going to make her way better? Yes, absolutely. Okay, skip along. This is an excellent uniform for Storm. I would recommend buying it. Is it a must-buy? Because you'll probably use her mainly in Shadowland. I don't think so. But, again, and by the way, guys, something I should have mentioned. For any uniform in this game, if you love the character and you just want to make them better, they're always a must-buy. That's just, that goes without saying. Weapon Hex. Angel. It's a good uniform, guys, but honestly, I'd probably pass up on it. The Domino uniform, it's a substantial increase to her, man. It makes her a lot better, but it's really up in the air. Uniforms like Angel and Domino, they really improve the characters big time. Is it a must-buy? I don't think so, but is it a good buy? Absolutely. So maybe that's what I'll just say, good buy or must-buy. Okay, skip along. No, pass that. Absolutely, must buy. This thing is freaking awesome. Absolutely. You can pass on this one, guys. The Hulk. This is obviously his best uniform right here. Hulk, guys, look. I mean, he's going to do a lot better now, but I just use him for Shadowland. That's pretty much it. So it's a good uniform, and that's where I'm going to put it. Excellent uniform. Very good uniform. I don't know if it's a must-buy, but for ABX players, yes, it's an absolutely must-buy. It's an okay uniform, but I'd probably pass on it. Again, okay uniform, but I'd probably pass on it. It's a good uniform, guys. I'll put it in the good category, It definitely is a good improvement for Vision, but even his gold uniform here will be just fine. War Machine. The in-game uni is definitely the best, and it's absolutely. If you just have his base kit, this thing's an absolute must-buy. It's going to make him an absolute monster. If you have the Infinity War uni, I would pass on this thing. Black Widow. This is a good uniform, and that's where I'm going to put it. It's good. I mean, but seriously, guys, a lot of these characters are going to do way better than what they could before. Ronin, absolutely must buy. Spider-Man. The Far From Home. Uniform and his stealth suit. I mean, I'll put it to you like this, guys. They're good. It breaks my heart to say that, but I don't think they're must-buys. But if you have the base kit of them and you want to make Spider-Man a whole lot better, then yeah, they are must-buys. You'll notice I'll say that a lot. This is an absolute must-buy. This thing's amazing for him. This is an absolute must buy. This is amazing. You could pass on this, guys. Honestly, it helps her leadership, makes her a lot better, but you could definitely pass on it. If you're ABX focused, you definitely want to have it. Pass on. Good uniform, that's where I'm going to put it. Does give it a lot of good uniform options as well. I'd probably pass on this, guys. Sorry to see you, Dormammu. I'd probably pass on this too, guys. It makes Ebony better, but I'd pass on it. I think this is a must-buy for Apocalypse. I think especially, now I don't know this for sure, but if you get him to tier 3, I really think that's where you're going to see the difference from gaining all these extra stats from having the uniform. So I just think he's going to be a lot better, especially at tier 3, if you have this uniform. So I would say it's a must-buy in that regard. This is a damn good uniform for Mr. Fantastic. If you have his base kit, you want to make Mr. Fantastic awesome, this is a must-buy. I mean, if you're ABX focused, this is a good uniform to have. Well, no, not really, because you should be using Red Hawk for Namor on Combat Villain Day, so maybe not. But if you're not using Namor, then maybe yes. Nope. This is going to break my heart, guys, but I don't think you should buy Black Panther. This uniform is just, I'm sorry, man. I mean, if you got him in tier 3 and you want to make him better, yes. I mean, absolutely, but, oh, man, it sucks to say that. But he'll get a new uniform in the future, guarantee that. Pass on. I'd pass on this. Killmonger, I mean, it's a good uniform. Well, okay, it's not a good uniform, but when you get it, but if you go into the Legendary Battle and you get the pack, you'll get this thing at Legendary, and then all you gotta do is get it up to Mythic. But you gotta buy a paywall character to get the bios, unless you have a ticket lying around. So, but you do get a CTP of energy from having this uniform at Mythic. So yeah, that's something to take in consideration, guys. Nope. Pass on that. Nope. Pass. 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 It's a good uniform, definitely. You want to make Nebula good, put it on her. The Punisher uniform it's a decent uniform. I don't even say good, but it's okay. It's decent, but honestly, at this point, you could pass on it. Red Hulk, if you're ABX focused, you definitely should have this, especially if you have Namor. But that's about all I can give it. It does make him better, but really just for Shadowland, and it's still not going to be that great. Yeah, okay, pass. She-Hulk, this is actually a good uniform. It helps her leadership, which is extremely handy, especially in World Boss. And it makes her a viable character, so I think it's a very good uniform to have. Pass on that one. Pass. This is a decent uniform, guys, but honestly, it's mainly just going to be for Shadowland. The Titania, no, she don't have a uniform. No uniform. This is an absolute must-buy. As a striker alone, this is a must-buy. You could bring in a character with the weakest survivability of all time, but thanks to the new striker change, old boy here is going to come in and do that force skill left and right, and guess what? You're going to have unlimited heals. Pass on, pass. I think this is a pass, guys. Obviously, I don't even have it. This is a decent uniform, guys, but you could pass on it. Pass. This is, again, a very good uniform. It really makes Inferno a whole lot better. And I do think it's worth buying, but compared to a lot of other uniforms, and that's really, I should have said that for a lot of other uniforms I've already mentioned, I would probably pass on it, but it is a good uniform and a hell of an upgrade for this guy. Pass. Definitely pass that. I mean, I think that one's for gold, so this uniform's for gold, so yeah. No, pass on that one. This is a good uniform, guys, but really you're just going to mainly use her in Shadowland. But she could put in some work in World Boss now. I mean, she could. But it's a decent uniform, but that's about all I can give it. Very good uniform. I was definitely bordering on must buy, because if you have Mysterio and you want to make him a whole lot better, oh yeah. And again, guys, like if you got Scarlet in there striking, holy crap. I mean, your skills aren't going to get canceled. You're going to be able to, I mean, he's going to do it way better. So yeah, this could be on the verge of must buy. In fact, I would say probably must buy. No, definitely not. Pass on that. Pass on that. Rocket, the new Infinity War uni is a good uniform. Definitely like if you have his base kit, this is a very good uniform for old boy. For sure. But I put it on the level of not quite must buy, but it's good. I don't know. It's not quite there. Pass on that. I think you can buy that one for gold. Star-Lord, this is it's a good uniform for him, but I don't think you really need it. I mean, it's I don't know. I'd probably pass on this, guys. Dun, 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 dun. Moving on. Wasp, if you're into PvP, definitely buy this uniform. Pass. You don't need this uniform, guys. Pass on that sucker. Pass. Ant-Man, his newest uniform, the endgame uni, especially if you have him at tier 3, I would say this is a must-buy. This thing's going to make him way better. Even at tier 2, it makes him way better than what he was. I mean, seriously, guys. This is one of them uniforms that would almost make me want to tier 3 him. I mean, he's not going to be... But again, guys, he's going to do way better now because of the striker change. So, I guess in a way, the striker thing is good. So, that's cool, I guess. Okay. Pass that. You don't need this uniform, but I believe you can buy that for gold. This uniform makes her better, but I'd pass on it. This uniform, again, makes Falcon better, but honestly, you could pass on it, guys. You could pass on this one, too. You could pass on that one. You could pass, guys. Like, seriously. Some of these uniforms, they make the characters better, but it's not enough of an improvement at this point in the game. You can honestly pass on Nick Fury as well. Shuri, I mean, you're going to get an extra 10% damage out of supervillains if you have the uniform. And I believe you get some goodies from Legendary Battle. I can't remember what it was, but you get something from having, so this might be a good uniform to have. You could buy this uniform, I think, for gold, but I can't remember. But I'd probably pass on it. Pass on that, guys. I hate to say it, but I'd probably pass on Miles, even though that uniform makes him a whole lot better. Vulture, again, same thing, makes him a lot better, but I'd pass. Now, you make a good argument here. Personally, guys, I think you could pass on this uniform. You don't need it. You especially don't need it now, especially with the striker change. I mean, you're going to get that 10% all attack to characters with leadership. The uniform does make her better for sure. So, you know, a lot of these situations, you know, if you love the character, go ahead and buy it. And this is where this one stands for me. I mean, if you're really pushing World Boss and you need that extra 10% all attack for the characters that have leadership, yeah, I mean, it's a must buy then. Yeah, pass on that. Unfortunately, I'd pass on this, guys. Pass. Pass. I hate saying pass on Black Bolt. I mean, you know, yeah, pass on this one. This uniform makes him a lot better, but I'd pass, guys. This uniform, you actually get a CTP of Selector, so this is a must-buy, in my opinion. The Pimtrom uniform. I mean, actually, the Baby Groot uniform, in my opinion, is a good way to go. A lot of us already had Baby Groot, so I'd say probably pass if you already have Baby Groot. You know, the Guardians of this, you know, this one here. Well, not that one. This one. I mean, it's going to make him better, but I'd pass, man. I'd pass. Let's go. You get some goodies from the Legendary Battle. I can't remember what you get. I think it's CTP of Energy. And so this would be a must-buy in that case. Maybe go for that one. No. I mean, nah. I mean, he doesn't need this thing. I'd probably pass on that. I mean, the Loki uniform, you get the card. I mean, if you need that card, this is definitely a must-buy from the Legendary Battle. Other than that, I'd probably pass on it. It does make him a lot better, though. I'd probably pass on the Ronin one. Unfortunately, I'd probably pass on Satana. Definitely pass on the Ultrons, even though you can buy them for gold. So, yeah. This is a good uniform, but obviously I don't have it. You don't really need it. I'd pass. This guy definitely needs a uniform. So does Dormammu. So does a few other characters. So does she. Pass. 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 Yeah, I'll pass. So yeah. We're not. It's looking pretty shady now, guys. Pass. 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 The Amadeus Cho uniform does make him a lot better, but at this point in the game, I'd pass on Kingpin, pass on Red Skull, pass on Crossbones, pass on Green Goblin. I think you can buy that uniform for gold. I'm sure there's other uniforms you can buy for gold that I've actually passed up. Pass. And we're back to the beginning, guys. So that's my take, guys, on the uniforms you should buy, maybe you shouldn't buy, maybe you should consider. So let me know what you think about, my choices. I know some of you may disagree or may agree, but again, it really depends on your perception in the game and how you look at things. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.